for the first 3 years of thinking about it, I was a naysayer, and about 2 years ago, I switched, and I'm actually, as I said in the last 2 years, I'm a big believer, but I'm a believer in it because I do believe it is an alternative source for wealth holding. I don't believe it's ever going to be a currency. I believe it's an asset class. I believe it goes up if the world is more frightened, if people have fearful of geopolitical risk, they're fearful of their own risk. It's no different than what gold represented over thousands of years. It is a asset class that protects you.
Right.
And unlike gold, where we manufacture new gold, we're almost at the ceiling of the amount of Bitcoin that we created.
Welcome back to Money 101. The head of the world's largest asset management company, BlackRock, expressed strong confidence in Bitcoin this week. Larry Fink, the CEO of BlackRock, which manages assets exceeding 10 trillion, shared his bullish views on Bitcoin and the broader cryptocurrency market during an interview with CNBC. Fink, now a notable advocate for the crypto space, regards Bitcoin as the digital equivalent of gold. His positive stance on cryptocurrency carries significant weight given BlackRock's prominent position in the financial sector. Furthermore, BlackRock unveiled its inaugural advertisement for the Bitcoin ETF this week, marking a noteworthy development in their foray into the cryptocurrency market.
Digital asset adoption has significantly accelerated over the past decade, with profound implications for the future of finance. Bitcoin is the original cryptocurrency to gain global adoption and has continued to maintain its dominance despite thousands of others coming into existence. You might have noticed Bitcoin make its way into our everyday lives, from Bitcoin ATMs to various merchants accepting Bitcoin as payment, further driving interest in what the future holds for the cryptocurrency. Investors have taken notice, as institutions and individual investors alike have been adopting Bitcoin into their investment portfolios, with some viewing it as a potential store of value and others as a potential game changer in how money moves around the world. But for many investors, holding Bitcoin directly can be complex. That's why we launched IBIT, the iShares Bitcoin Trust, an ETF that provides investors convenient exposure to Bitcoin. Here are 3 things to know about IBIT. Access. IBIT enables investors to access Bitcoin within a traditional brokerage account, just like stocks, bonds, and other ETFs. Convenience. IBIT can help remove operational burdens associated with trading and holding Bitcoin directly, as well as potentially high trading costs and tax reporting complexities. Quality. IBIT is built by BlackRock, a leading ETF firm with expertise across ETFs and a history of innovation. It is a new day for Bitcoin. Access IBIT through your online brokerage or discuss with your financial planner to find out how IBIT can fit into your portfolio.
I see value in having an Ethereum ETF. As I said, these are just stepping stones towards tokenization. And I really do believe this is where we're going to be going. We have the technology to tokenize today. If you want to think about this, if you had a tokenized security and you have a tokenized identity, you, Andrew, the moment you buy or sell an instrument, it's known. It's on a general ledger that is all created together. You want to talk about issues around money laundering and all that. This eliminates all corruption by having a tokenized system. Well, I can't talk about the specifics of anything. I think it's just an example of the pent-up interest in crypto. And we're hearing from clients around the world about the need for crypto. I mean, when you think about, I think some of this rally is way beyond the rumor. I think the rally today is about a flight to quality with all the issues around the Israeli war now, global terrorism. And I think there's more people running into a fight to quality, whether that is in treasuries, gold, or crypto, depending on how you think about it. And I believe crypto will play that type of role as a flight to quality. My view is if the invasion is held to the southern borders of Israel, I think we are anticipating that already. I don't think the market's going to be changing that much. And it really depends on the oil market and how that plays out. I mean, obviously, the marketplace today is up, 350 points as we speak right now. The marketplace knows the potential reality. So I think that's somewhat into the market. And I've been asked all the time now, why is the market being so resilient with this, with now global terrorism, with what's going on in Israel, Ukraine, all the other issues? And I think We're not spending enough time talking about some of the great things that are going on in the world today, and that's when I think about technology and how that's going to be shaping and changing our world. When you think about AI and robotics, this is going to accelerate movement more towards nearshoring, onshoring. We're going to be able to use this new technology. We're going to be able to create more
more jobs here in the U.S.?
More jobs and more factories.
Oh, interesting.
There's no question technology displaces some and creates new. So I'm not trying to suggest it's a perfect situation for everybody, but what I'm trying to talk about is the optimism. There is a strong fundamental belief that technology is going to raise the value of financial assets because it's going to increase and enhance productivity. If you look at productivity in our world today, productivity has fallen, especially during
dramatically.
Yeah, and for countries that have declining populations, declining demographic, the role of technology can play a really incredible role. You know, I know you spend a lot of time talking about the changes in pharma, and think about the transformation that drugs like Ozempic is doing for humanity. We're going to be changing, really deadly diseases into more chronic diseases. We're going to reshape humans' lives. The work that is being done in dementia and Alzheimer's in terms of the new class of drugs there, we're going to be extending life there too. So there is so much negativity going on, and a lot of it is rightfully so, but we're not spending enough time talking about the optimism,
Larry,
and opportunity.
One of those negatives is inflation.
Interest rates going to be higher for longer.
So they're going to raise that again, you think?
I think in December, the Fed will raise one more time. I think they have to pause in November with what's going on in Israel.
Right.
But I think they'll raise it one more time. Think about it now. Think about it now because of the global instability. We're going to be spending a lot more money in the world for defense.
Right.
That's inflationary. We're spending a lot more money on reshoring and onshoring. That's inflationary. All these things in the short run are inflationary, and so we're building up this. And we have also you mentioned the CHIPS Act, we have the IRA, and we have the Infrastructure Act, all just started to create new jobs and new opportunities.
But isn't that where
we are going to spend more money in defense? National security has become a bigger issue. Our borders are becoming a bigger issue. That's the same thing true in all parts of the world. And so I do believe defense, our spending towards, in the short run, for more AI and more chips, this is all just accelerating. And this is one of the fundamental reasons why I believe inflation is going to be here for longer, stickier, but it's not going to be to the 1970s again, but it's going to be elevated above the 2% target.
Think they'll change the target?
Because there was a time when inflation was below the 2% target, and they tolerated it. And I think there's going to be a time, if we could ever get it down with firmness, a 3% level of inflation for a long period of time, they'll relax.
What's the magic of 2%?
Well, I don't know what the magic of 3. I mean, to me, 3 is actually a better inflation rate.
Yeah.
But the problem is, if you look at what food costs are going up, if you look at what's going on related to housing, that is more than 2 or 3%. We're talking 6, 7, 8% type of growth rates in these things. And so many Americans are feeling the pain of rising inflation. Well, I would say the industries and the companies that are continuing to transform itself, some of the tech companies like, NVIDIA, some of the pharma companies like Eli Lilly, some of the defense companies.
But that's U.S.
That's U.S. Now in the world, we just were with $23 trillion of global investors in Japan 2 weeks ago. Mm-hmm. And the opportunity in Japan is breathtaking because you're starting to see the Japanese economy move out of its 25-year tailspin.
It's about time.
And the stocks are really cheap, and they're undervalued, and all the investors came away saying, we got to refocus on Japan. But then you got India, you got Mexico. Think about where all the reshoring of, as companies are looking to diversify away from China, you're seeing that companies are moving to Vietnam, they're moving to India, they're moving to the Philippines, they're moving to Mexico. Mexico has had phenomenal GDP growth over the last year and a half. And that's a lot of these companies are moving there for nearshoring. How can you improve humanity? How can we bring down the heat of hatred and fear? And the problem is hatred and fear is growing. And BlackRock, as the largest retirement manager in the world, we have to focus on hope.
Yeah.
Because why would anybody take their money out of a money market fund that's earning 5.5% to invest in the long run? It is about hoping and believing that the future is better.
I like money market returns right now.
I do too. And there are a lot of things I like right now, but
Are they afraid you're some of these CEOs from standing up for Israel? It seems like such an obvious thing to do.
I'm standing up against bigotry and hatred.
Larry Fink's recent acknowledgement of the burgeoning interest in crypto and Bitcoin is truly remarkable. The head of the world's largest asset management firm, boasting assets surpassing $10 trillion, has made a profound statement by recognizing Bitcoin as digital gold and an asset class that offers protection. This perspective, coming from the leader of such a financial giant, not only inspires confidence but also serves as a clear indication of the transformative shifts occurring in the realms of finance and investment. The launch of BlackRock's Bitcoin ETFs stands as a pivotal moment, symbolizing the increasing acceptance and acknowledgement of cryptocurrency within the mainstream financial sector. As we conclude this discussion, let's contemplate the significance of this endorsement and its potential ramifications for the crypto space. The support from a prominent figure in the global financial stage may pave the way for heightened institutional adoption, potentially ushering in a new era for Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies. Stay informed about the latest developments in finance and crypto by subscribing to the channel and activating notifications. We are dedicated to delivering pertinent news, analyses, and insights from the worlds of finance and crypto. I hope you found today's video insightful. See you in the next one, and as always, wishing you the best. Thank you.